For most of business leaders, this is the moment AI start to feel unreliable. You ask an AI agent to analyze a dataset on Monday, and it says the main drive of the churn is poor onboarding. You ask the same question on Tuesday, use the same data, and it says churn is being driven by price sensitivity in the first 90 days. Now you're thinking, wait, which one is right? And more importantly, can I actually trust these things? The reaction makes sense. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Celine Xu. I help business professionals and organizations make smart decisions about AI and AI adoption, so technology creates real value instead of a risk. Here is a mistake most people make. They confuse variation with inconsistency, and those are not the same thing. Variation means the answer may be expressed differently but have same underlying conclusion. Inconsistency means the underlying judgment is unstable or different. That distinction is critical if you want to use AI agent for real knowledge work, because not every task should produce exactly the same answer every time, but some tasks absolutely must. And if you don't understand the difference, you either overtrust AI where you shouldn't, or underuse it where it can create massive leverage. So in this video, I will show you for AI agent when variation is acceptable, when determinism is required, and how to match the right tool to the right type of work. Let's dive in. Section number 1. Variation is not always the problem. Let's start with a simple test. Ask yourself, if I give the same task to a human expert twice, would I expect the exactly same output? Take the data analyst work. You give them an dataset on Monday and ask, why did revenue dip in quarter 3? They wrote the report. Then hypothetically, you are able to wipe their memory and give them the same dataset and question again on Friday. Would the second report be word for word identical? No. They might emphasize different factors. They might use different charts. They might structure the story differently. They might explain the insights in different order. But the core judgment should remain stable. If revenue dip because of the seasonality, pricing change, or channel mix, or conclusion should not randomly change. That wording can vary. That frame can vary. The examples can vary, but the judgment should hold. That is how human experts work. Judgment is stable, expression is flexible. AI agents often behave the same way. For tasks like data interpretation, strategy recommendation, research summary, document review, editorial feedback, you should expect the same variation. That's not mean AI is broken. It may simply mean AI is generate a reasoned response instead of return a fixed template. And for judgment-heavy work, that flexibility is often the point. Section number 2. Think about tax calculation, KPI calculation. If you give an AI agent the same number twice and get two different tax amounts, that is not creative. It's wrong. Same input, same rule, same expected output. No variation, no interpretation. The same applied to the payroll processing, financial reconciliation, invoice generation, audit calculation, and KPI calculation. And ask where the correct answer is fully determined by fixed rule and fixed input data. This task require determinism. And here is the honest truth. Large language model-based agents are not naturally deterministic. They are probabilistic. They generate a response each time based on different context calculation. That is what makes them flexible. But that the same flexible become a liability when the task require the exact same answer every time. For deterministic work, you want to deterministic tools like rule-based system, traditional software, algorithm, formula, calculator, database queries, or you can make your AI agent create any of mentioned before to stabilize the final output. Boring? Yes. Reliable? Also yes. And the business need both. And 3. The 3 types of work. So the practical framework is like this. Think of business task on a spectrum. At the end of it, you have judgment task. It allows variation about expression, but holds the same judgment. This include data analysis summary and conclusion, research summary, strategy drafting, document reviewing, interpreting trends, and generating recommendations. For this task, a human expert would not produce the exactly same wording every time as you expect, but the core judgment should remain consistent. So need an AI agent here. Variation is acceptable as long as you have stable reasoning or judgment. Like the example mentioned at the beginning of this video, do you think the statement, the main drive of the Tron is pool onboarding, having the same judgment as Tron is mainly driver by price sensitivity in the first 90 days? Do not guess. You can ask your AI agent to explain why and how they author this conclusion, how they connect it, using current model. You will find out in the end, they are telling the same thing, but different layer of reasoning. Do not obsess with the word-to-word consistent. You do not need that. In the middle, you have structured judgment task. This include drafting a contract from a template, generate a reporting from VIX format, classify item into predefined category, writing recommendation with restrict constraints, or coding an application passing through processing and output tests. Here, you want AI to be flexible in some area and rigid in others. This is where template matters, example matters, guardrail matters, validation check matters, human review still matters. You are not asking AI to be fully creative, but you expect AI to solve unpredictable problems automatically or autonomy. And you are asking AI to operate inside and control lane. AI agents are also well suited here. At the other end, you have deterministic tasks, things including specific metric calculation, reconciliation numbers, check binary compliant requirements, query a specific answer. For those tasks, the same input must always produce the same output. In those situations, you may not need AI at the first place because you already have clear rules and process. Use traditional software. Use deterministic tool. If you still want to apply large language model or AI, use AI to generate specific formula or code or application as the middle step, then run the code or application for execution in the future. Or use AI to explain, to summary, to flag issue, not to be source of the truth for the calculation. Section 4. The mistake many organizations make is apply the wrong expectation to the wrong task. They use AI agent for a calculation. Then they get frustrated when agent behave inconsistently or have different KPIs. Or they force a rigid template onto a strategic analysis task. And then they no wonder why the output feels shallow or robotic. Or they expect a rule-based system to handle the edge cases never thought before. This is not really an AI problem. It's a task design problem. You are asking the wrong system to do the wrong kind of work. The better approach is match the tool to the task. The task needs more perspective, more flexibility, more autonomy, and do not mind the variance belongs to AI agent. Determinist work belongs to rule-based or algorithms or say code-based applications. Structured judgment work needs better context engineering and standard operating process guidance. And this is where the real power is. Not one giant magic chatbot doing everything. That sounds convenient, but we know that's suspicious. The future is AI agents work with deterministic system. The AI agent handle flexible autonomy tasks or generate interpretation, synthesize narratives, and recommendations. The deterministic system handle calculation, validation, or rule-based execution underneath. Flexible reasoning on top, reliable execution underneath. That is the architecture business leaders should be building towards. So next time your AI agent gives you a slightly different answer, do not immediately ask, why is it inconsistent? Ask a better question. Could I tolerate this type of variance? Does the conclusion stay stable? AI agents are not magic calculator. They should not be, and they are not useless just because they vary. The leader who gets most of value from them will be the one who knows where to allow flexibility and where to demand absolute precision. If this video inspires you and help you see AI differently, give me a like, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more practical insights. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.